I wanted to assure all aspiring fitness instructors, all seasoned instructors who might be feeling stuck right now about what to do, where to teach, fitness is not going anywhere. People still need to move their bodies, and people still want that fun, engaging experience and that community that they had when they were going to the gym. My goal is to hop on my channel and share with you some of the tips and tricks that I've learned through my almost decade of teaching in the group fitness world. I'm gonna give you 6 places that you can start teaching group fitness. If you are a fitness instructor or you have aspired to be a fitness instructor, subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be dropping some tips for you. All of these places that I'm listing off are places that I have worked at, and I'm going to give you the pros and cons. I'm first gonna start really broad, and then I'll get more specific based on the world that we live in today. The first is a university gym. So whether you're a student or you live close by to a university, those gyms are some of the most supportive environments. This is where I got my start in group fitness. I took the American Council of Exercise course at my campus gym, and then I started teaching for the university gym right after. Great things about it are that the managers are all about continuing education and development, so you are going to get some hands-on feedback, so valuable. A con is that they don't pay a ton for new instructors, but the feedback that you would get is so valuable that I would highly recommend it if you are a new instructor looking to dip your toes into the fitness world and see where you can take it from there. Another place you can teach is at a corporate gym. Some of these big corporations have gyms inside them. Sometimes they're managed by corporate wellness companies, and sometimes they're managed by just the company's HR. They're looking for people to lead group fitness classes before work, at lunchtime, and after work. The awesome thing about working in corporate wellness is that you get to be creative. You get to create your own classes, and you get to bring it to them, teach, and then leave. At most, the restriction will be teach a cardio kickboxing class, but within that, you get to program it any way you want. Another place you can teach is at a big gym. So think of Equinox or 24-Hour Fitness. These places have thousands of members. You can take so many other classes and learn from what other instructors are doing. A con to teaching at a big gym is that there are so many instructors. So it's going to be a little bit harder to build your loyal clientele if you're not consistent. So you absolutely have to be consistent with your schedule, and you have to show people that they can trust you. Another option is to teach at a boutique fitness studio. So these are much smaller facilities, but a pro is that it's so much easier to build a community because it's typically the same people who come over and over again, and they are going to be really loyal to you. A con, however, is that you might not get to be as creative because each boutique fitness studio typically has their own specialty and their own format. So if you're teaching at a bar studio, they typically have their own bar format that you have to follow. Now, sometimes it's going to be pre-choreographed and you just have to memorize and teach the choreography, while sometimes you get to create your own programming, your own playlists, all within the formula that they give you. And I honestly think formulas for your class structure is so great because it's going to create consistency from instructor to instructor. All the participants want to make sure that if they take a different instructor, they're going to have that same high quality experience that they had when they took your class. And that is going to help the studio perform better. The boutique fitness studios definitely have more of an emphasis on quality control, but as a result, might take away a little bit of your personal creativity. Another place you can teach is outside. You don't have to pay any overhead unless the space you're using requires a permit. But what's awesome about teaching outside is you've got infinite amount of space, so you can bring in as many people as you want with really low overhead. However, a con is that you might need to invest in your own music system, and you might want to invest in a microphone because the more people you have without walls, the harder it's going to be for them to hear you. You can teach online. There is now so many opportunities to teach online, whether you're teaching through Zoom, through Instagram Live, through Facebook Live, for your friends and family online. A lot of fitness instructors had to pivot, and some pivoted in a way that they built their own businesses because their communities follow them online or follow them outside. The world of online teaching is definitely booming right now, and it was before the pandemic even started. We saw things like Peloton pop up. People were already really enjoying working out at home. So I guarantee online instruction is here to stay. Pro is that you don't have to drive anywhere, so you save a lot of time. You can do it anywhere. You can do it in your living room, set up your space, make it super clean. Another pro is that you get to stay connected with your community, especially if you're doing it through Zoom, because you get to see each other. However, a con is that it's a lot harder to read the room. When you're teaching in person, you can sense whether an exercise is maybe too hard or too easy. You can sense their energy, and if you need to elevate your energy to encourage them to have more energy, it's a lot harder to do that online. However, I fully believe that if you can conquer teaching online, you can absolutely teach in person and maybe even teach a more phenomenal class, because you can still work the room when no one else is technically in the room with you. So I did lay out places that might not be open right now. So where do you teach? I would still recommend looking for those corporate gyms, looking for those boutique studios, looking for those big gyms, and who has pivoted online and who's teaching outside. Because if you don't have your own community already built up to teach to, they do, and they are still offering classes for their community. There are absolutely opportunities to reach out to those gyms and those studios and see if they are hiring to teach classes for them either outside or online. If you are someone who wants to pursue fitness full time, there are leadership positions in all of these places. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and leave a like. If you are a fitness instructor currently, I want to know where you've been teaching through all of 2020. Also, leave any other suggestions that you might have for aspiring instructors who are ready to dip their toes in the fitness industry. Don't shut down your dreams just because it looks a little bit more intimidating and uncertain, but I'm telling you, fitness is not uncertain. People still need to move their bodies, and you can be the one to provide them with that super fun, high energy experience. Get yourself trained, continue your education, and pop back in for more tips. Tune in next week. I'm going to be talking about all the skills that you need to teach a successful group fitness class and stand out in the fitness industry.